This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Good morning. Thanks for getting up with us on this Saturday morning. I'm Tim Gordon. This morning on Sunrise, closure for the family of a former mayor who disappeared. Volunteer divers uncover answers 40 feet underwater. Plus, stopping more than just street racers. How police found a fake cop pulling over drivers. But before we get to all that, let's check in with Chris McGinnis for a quick look at our Saturday forecast. Chris.
Good morning, Tim. What's new? It's raining on a Saturday morning.
Oh,
right
brother.
There you go. There's a live look at our radar. Actually, I can tell you right now that the heaviest of the rain now is on the east side of Portland and the east side of I-5 and continuing to push east. What does that mean? There's hope that we may actually dry out today. You can see the trend that the radar shows us here over the last 3 hours. We're actually starting to see a significant break in the rain now as we get down towards portions of Yamhill and Polk County. And while the showers will linger a little while on the Coast Range, I think those two may start to diminish. This is a kind of a moody shot here from our Wells Fargo sky camera. Obviously, we still have some rain at PDX, and you can see some of the low cloudiness that's being brought down to the ground with the rain, right? It's 51. It's relatively mild at the airport right now. 50 in Hillsborough. Big picture across the state in the upper 40s and low 50s at the coast, and a little warmer than, where we have been the last couple of mornings, right across eastern Oregon. You're waking up to temperatures in the low 40s. All right, here's the plan for Saturday. We've had rain overnight. There are still some raindrops being reported at PDX, but you know what? I think the showers begin to break up, and you know what, Tim? I'm going to throw some sun on there this afternoon because we just need some, right? We will see a little bit of sun, I think, later today with highs in the mid-60s.
That will be nice to see. Thanks a lot, Chris. All right, new this morning, a pedestrian died after getting hit by a Max car last night. Portland's major crash team was on scene at East Burnside and 160th Avenue for much of the night. This happened around 10:30 last night when a westbound train hit a pedestrian not far from a Max station. That person died from their injuries. Well, after a year of searching, divers have discovered what happened to a former local mayor. They found the car belonging to Ralph Brown, the former mayor of Cornelius, and investigators confirmed inside that vehicle human remains. Alma McCarty spoke to Brown's family and the divers who wouldn't give up.
It's been almost 1 year to the day since Ralph Brown's disappearance from his Washington County home. On Friday, after a year of questions and uncertainty, finally a resolution.
That's really what we're getting today.
At the Rogers Landing boat ramp in Newburgh, the Washington County Sheriff's Office learned Brown's vehicle was found in the Willamette River, submerged 40 feet underwater.
It's really kind of just been us waiting for someone to stumble across the car, just hoping that just today the day, and luckily today was the day.
Megan Clausen is Ralph Brown's granddaughter.
When I first got the call from my mom, I just broke down in tears, happy tears, because I was just so glad that someone was still doing something and that they gave us the answers.
Those answers from a dive team run by Doug Bishop and Jared Lysick.
He just kept nagging at me that we could not let that go.
Adventures with Purpose, the search and recovery dive team, has been working with Ralph Brown's family for the better part of a year. They tell me they've done 10 searches for him overall, 4 alone in this location.
We started at 9 a.m. and we got right to work. Within an hour and a half, we discovered the vehicle, and then it's a very long, drawn-out, tedious process to make sure that it's an underwater forensics vehicle recovery. So the importance of everything going according to plan is, the evidence inside of the vehicle, it has to be taken care of with the utmost integrity.
It took Adventures with Purpose, a local towing company, and law enforcement until 7:30 in the evening to pull the car from the water. Investigators found human remains inside. The Yamhill County Medical Examiner will work to identify those remains.
I think about 3 or 4 months after he went missing, we kind of all accepted that he probably wasn't going to be coming back alive.
Megan says her family is beyond grateful for Adventures with Purpose.
I honestly am speechless with what they've done for us, because although some people in the community, you can't go out forever, they've never stopped.
It's never closure for the family. They said, it's an answer. You've given us answers and resolution that we can move forward.
In Yamhill County, Alma McCarty, KGW News.
Some important final closure for the family and loved ones of Ralph Brown. Well, the murder trial of romance novelist Nancy Crampton Brophy heated up Friday. over what she allegedly said while in jail. The jury was asked to step out while lawyers argued over whether Brophy's former cellmate should be allowed to testify. Brophy's accused of shooting and killing her husband, Dan. Nancy allegedly told that former cellmate she was standing within feet of her husband when he was killed. Brophy's defense tried to discredit the witness by pointing to her criminal record. The judge has not yet made a decision. Now to a surprising twist in Portland's crackdown on street racing. Police arrested a man they say was impersonating an officer. It happened last Saturday night at around 8 o'clock on North Marine Drive. They were running a mission to catch illegal street racers. Police say 20-year-old Jonathan Batista Limon was driving this black 2019 Dodge Charger. Take a look. The car has red and blue lights and a police-style push bumper on the front. Police say Batista Limon tried to pull someone over, but fortunately that person didn't stop. Instead, they called police. Inside the car, police found an airsoft handgun and a fake security badge. They arrested Batista Leon and cited him for criminal impersonation of a public servant. They also towed his car.
We have no indication that this person was trying to be a vigilante or stop cars because he was frustrated. The suggestion I'm getting is that it was really more of an opportunity for him to try to participate in some of these events without potentially being caught.
That's interesting. And check this out. That same night, police also stopped this car, a white 2014 Chevy Caprice. It had a police-style spotlight and detachable white flashing lights. Inside, they found an airsoft pistol, tactical vest, and duty belt with a gun holster on it. Police towed this car too, but did not charge the driver with a crime. If someone in either of these cars tried to pull you over, police do want to hear from you. Well, a local school district is cutting positions just days after voters approved a new levy to fund education. Leaders with Evergreen Public Schools in Vancouver say shrinking enrollment has created a budget shortfall and they have to cut nearly 200 positions. But people are really taking notice of cuts to a fairly new diversity, equity, and inclusion department. Evergreen is a public school system with about 23,000 students, and nearly half are students of color. In this and other ways, it's a diverse student population led by teachers and administrators who are more than 90% white. That's the backdrop for the creation in the past year of a Department for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Now, 3 of its 4 boots-on-the-ground equity advancement specialists are losing their jobs. That did not go over well at a school board meeting this week. One of the specialists was especially upset.
This is about as racist as it gets. I think like what we're all feeling in this room is terrible.
District leaders say they feel bad too, but had little choice, saying they had to follow collective bargaining agreements and seniority rules. Like the others whose positions were cut, the diversity department losses were to newer provisional employees.
That's a tough thing for that program. It's a setback for us in terms of our equity work, and so it's understandable why people are feeling frustrated about that. Superintendent John Boyd has only been in the job since February, thankful for voters passing the recent levy, but challenged by the staff cuts. Our board is committed. I'm committed to it. I consider myself an equity leader, and I stand committed to do that work. We're going to have to envision it differently and have people lean in differently to make it work. The Vancouver NAACP wants to help the district with its challenges, writing a letter of support to those working on equity issues. But its leader is also disappointed.
While we recognize there are some cuts that need to be made, but just don't cut equity and the foundation of children being accepted and feeling comfortable to learn in the classroom.
Evergreen teacher Adam Aguilera is upset too.
It doesn't seem to me that the district is wanting to continue its commitment and promise to equity for the community, which is in violation of its own school board policies that have been passed over the last couple years.
Now, members of the school board resigned to the cuts they say they didn't want to make.
I am so impressed with what you guys have been able to do, and I'm broken over the change that has to come. Now, I asked the superintendent if they could fill those open diversity positions with other certified staff that have seniority. He didn't address that specifically, but he did say they're looking at every way possible so they can continue their equity mission.
Well, Portland Public Schools is once again recommending all students, visitors, and staff wear masks while in school buildings. That extends to big events like graduation and prom. This is not a requirement right now, merely a recommendation. And in a letter to parents, the district said they were following Multnomah County guidance that now also recommends masks indoors. Well, still ahead, there won't be any mountain biking at Mount Hood Ski Bowl this summer. It's because of a lawsuit over a man that got seriously hurt up there. We'll break down the lawsuit and settlement when we come back.